Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Professor Sistrunk, and I'm reaching out to my Windows Server 1 CNS 111 students. The reason I'm reaching out is because tomorrow is a holiday, and come Tuesday, we'll be up and rolling. So I just wanted to make sure that we can get you started. So I'm sending this video log out to you just to get you prepared and prep on the things you need to do to get prepared for this class. Let's start with the syllabi. The syllabi is critically important. It will be uploaded into your D2L shell. That will be the next place we will go. And then we'll just have a general discussion about the class and how things will take. Once again, we're going to start with the syllabi, point 1. Point 2, we're going to talk about the D2L shell when you log in, how to log into your class. And then you're going to get some general information about what you need to do in getting started in this class. So let's get the ball rolling. First thing is review your syllabus. You know, that's the biggest problem with most students. They don't want to look at their syllabus, but know what your syllabus says so you know you're in accordance with the rules and procedures of the class. But I'm going to stop right there because I know you can handle that. You got that part. You have that piece. Of course, this is a 3-credit class. I'm going to move past that. It is an online class. Whoopee! This is a class where you get to work from home, go to work, do all your day-to-day stuff, and be able to knock out this class. It's going to be a really exciting class, and I think you're going to enjoy it. The rest of this information, this is basic information about when the class is going, who I am, etc., etc., etc. You guys, you already know who I am. You students who've been in previous classes with me, so kudos to you for taking this class. And you can see my office hours. Now, I will not be in on Mondays, so try not to set up a meeting with me Monday, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. Fridays, I'll be online for 2 hours, so if you have nothing to do Fridays, join me and we can kick it. But most important, what's really important, and yes, I use the old word kick it, but most important and what's really important is that you send me an appointment so I'll know. A lot of things I'm going to be doing this semester is making sure I can do my work, but at the same time meet with you. And that's why I'm going to ask you to send me an appointment. And I'm working on a lot of coursework, so you're not going to see me around campus that much because I'm building these courses. I hope you like the way this course is built, because we're pushing this course to be a consistent online course. But this is just a piece of what you're going to see. The bells and whistles about to be pulled out. So the next students that come behind you really going to get a chance to see how we cleaning these courses up. And it's a lot of courses to be cleaned up. Here is the prerequisite. Of course, you either took a Windows 10 class, you got some form of certification, or you can just come consult me or the chair and you're in. The description of this course is built on 3 particular principles. Well, let's not say principles, let's say platform. So this course is taking you and getting you prepared for your Microsoft MCSA. And we'll talk a little bit about what MCS later on in the course, but I want you to keep focused on that. Remember, this course is connected to 3 different courses. The first one, which is the one you're in now, is Microsoft Installation, Storage, and Compute. This is the 2016. It's the new version, so you point on. Or as they say, spot on, man, spot on. Moving forward. This will pretty much tell you about what you're going to go and the learning objectives, what you will go and learn in this particular class. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm fumbling with my words. But in this particular class, it's going to be fun, it's going to be exciting, and I think you really going to enjoy it because you're getting a chance to get away from the actual desktop stuff. All that you learned in the desktop stuff was how to maintain one particular computer. You learned how to secure it, you learned how to configure it, you learned how to troubleshoot problems on it. Now you finna take that to the server world, where in the server world, you maintain multiple computers using what we call Active Directory. And we'll talk a little bit about that in the class moving forward. Now, it's important that you read through all the academic policies and stuff because there are constantly being changes in the college. And I hate to see somebody go through some drama over some changes that the college has. So make sure you read your syllabus. I said that once again. Down here is the book that you need, which you already know if you've been a previous student in other classes. It's Test Out Server Pro 2016 Install and Storage. It gives you it's an 18-month license, so you'll be able to use this license for 18 months. But what's important is when you purchase your access code, you're gonna have to do something a little different. So bear with me on that, because that's why I'm sending this video log out, because I don't want you to purchase the access code and then activate your test out. You have to go into your D2L portal and activate your test out. That's important. So please finish the whole video out. Don't just watch pieces of it and mess up getting into the class. Let's move forward. Okay, this is just the grade thing. Of course, you're gonna have the setup. If you know me, you know I push hard on that certification practice exam, because at the end of this class, you're gonna take a final exam, and that exam is gonna be really important because you walk away with another certification. I want you to get all 3 of the certifications for the server classes, because we have 3 classes, but it's important that you constantly hit that practice or test. I know a few of you already saying, I got this, because I know you point on, baby. Look at me getting a little carried away. You're gonna have labs, you're gonna have practice questions, and yes, you're gonna have to do the A2 to A8 questions, and then you're gonna have a midterm and a final. You already know this, you've been in a class with me. And if you haven't been a student who actually been in the class with me, just ask around. They'll tell you, you got this. You're gonna enjoy it. Moving right along. A lot of other stuff that's important that you should read. Getting to the holidays and stuff, you don't know the calendar. I'm gonna move past that. And now you get to the actual class session. Now, although you're gonna see a lot of this stuff, only thing that's really gonna be important when you going through this, even though I have this in here, is gonna be actually the practice quiz questions, which is your exams that you go through and you do it as you go through the chapter, and also your lab. So make sure you already know lab. Let us lab up. So, and then practice questions is just to make sure you understand the material. But one thing that's important, I'm gonna constantly every week create a lab that I'm doing. I'm gonna show you new ways how to do labs. It's gonna be some new and exciting things you're gonna learn about this server world, because this is the world you really want to be in when you're talking about computing. You're talking about networks, you're talking about servers. When we say servers, I want you to lock this in your brain. We're talking about systems administrators, the people who maintain the servers. When we say networks, we're talking about network administrators. And you know the rest about security and all these other people, programmers and all that. But that's what servers is all about. Okay, so let's move on. So this is the basic format of how the actual syllabi will look. Just make sure you go through it in detail. It's hot in my office, so you're gonna see me sweating a little. As you can see, I'm up late in the office, baby, working. I know you're saying, that's a clown. I like having fun. Anyway, moving right along. So, with that being said, now I'm gonna move over to D2L, because this is the important things you need to know about it. You got the syllabi is here, but your syllabi will be in D2L. So just make sure when you log in, get your syllabi first, print it out, keep it with you. You know my philosophy. You should have your syllabi with you at all times so you can stay on point. Have it on your desk, at home, carry it with you, whatever you need, but keep your syllabi with you. I'm gonna shrink that down. Now let's talk about, okay, D2L. So the first thing I'm gonna do, even though I just talked about the syllabi, but for you, the first thing you will do is log into D2L. Now, I am gonna open this up tomorrow on a holiday, so you can go ahead and look in there, but please make sure you be careful because we have things set up a little different. When you go to test out, and your test out information is in here, when I log into my class, I'm gonna get the information on test out. Remember, it's CNS 111 and it's the Windows Server class. So the moment I click on that, that's gonna take me to my home page. And in my home page, you got a little description down here on how to get to test out. Once you click on there, you're going to go through the process of purchasing your access code. So make sure you purchase that access code, but don't use it to activate your TestOut account on TestOut. That's how you used to do it. We're not doing it that way anymore. Once you get your access code, you're going to come back to D2L and you're going to click on content. And it's important that you click on content because content is where all your information is. So once, you're going to have your access code in your hand, but you're going to come to content. Now in content, you're going to find your syllabus in here. You're going to find everything you need. But right here at the top, it says A.1.2. Excuse me for getting a little choked up, but I've been drinking a lot of coffee today. A.1.2. And you will see here, it says TestOut Server Pro 2016 installed and config. You want to click on that link. Now, what should happen? Once you click on that link, it automatically teleports you to the TestOut website. But what happens is, once it teleports you to the TestOut website, it's going to ask you for your access code. Now, you may have pop-up blockers on your computer, so make sure if it doesn't teleport you there, look up at the top of your computer and see if you got a pop-up blocker up there, because that will stop it. But other than that, it will teleport you to your to the TestOut website. You're going to click on that link, and then it's going to ask you for the access code. And that's when you're going to go through the process of putting your access code in and your information and et cetera, et cetera. And that's going to populate you into my class. Now, if you don't do it right, don't worry, we'll fix it. But hopefully you'll take your time and you'll do it right. In here, in the content section, remember, I'm in the content section. That's the very first place I clicked. In the content section, you're going to see a load of modules from 1 to 8. We got 8 weeks in this class, so by right, we should have 8 modules. And each one of these modules, you'll have detailed information on what will be that you will have to do in the class. But remember, when you get in the TestOut website, this is where the information is going. So you have to go, you'll be going into there to do the actual work, but that work will be transferring back to D2L so I can review it. So let's just take a look around. The very first thing, you got a practice quiz. Most of you probably already know it, but please read through the material and TestOut. Don't just jump in stuff, and start at the beginning of TestOut. Now I know, I'm gonna slow down for a minute. I know a few of you say, oh, I hate looking at the videos in TestOut. Oh, I hate reading the material in TestOut. You hate reading the book, really? You hate really going through. That's okay. The videos in TestOut are an extra resource, and use it as that, an extra resource. So if something I'm explaining in my video logs you don't particularly get, you can say, you know what, I'm gonna go listen to this professor in TestOut, dig a little deeper and see what I can get out of it. It's a lot of resources out there, and it's resources in TestOut. Just utilize all your resources. But don't do this. Don't be that person, you know, that guy, that woman who will actually just do the labs, do the practice questions and move on. Don't be that person. Trust me. Now, once you go through your particular labs, you're going to have labs in here, you're going to have practice questions in here, and you will end up at the end with an A2 or A3 or A4 that's going to have multiple labs embedded inside that you'll have to do. And yes, we're going to take you to A9. Now, for everybody out there who's going to be shocked about a material on A9, remember, A9 is a practice for the midterm and a practice for the final. So make sure you go through it and go through every question. Even if you get it wrong, go through every question. Read it thoroughly. Try to get knowledge of that particular question embedded in your brain. Do that for me. And I'm going to be watching these questions because I want to make sure you are fully prepared for the midterm. Now in A9, it's going to have a lot of material in there, a lot of material you haven't covered. You're going to be like, wow. But for those of you who've been in classes for me, you know my method to my madness. You understand why I have you do that test, because as you gradually going through the class, you get better and you get better. And now you can see, oh, I was confronted with that in A9. Now I know how to do it. So do every question. And the most important thing is that particular question is going to be on your midterm. Half of the questions in A9 is going to prepare you for the midterm, and the other half of the questions will prepare you for the final. So be prepared, people. Do not skip by. Do not skip by. Do the A9s. Okay, now the sweet part about this, yes, we have a sweet part deal. You can do A9 as many times as you want. I highly suggest that you do it 1, 2, 100, 1,000, or many times. I have students who do the A9s, which is the master practice exams, do them. I calculated one student that did it over 50 times. But that student passed his midterm, passed his final, and got his certificate. So that's what that's about. And I'm going to explain more about this as we proceed and go along. So everything is in here. So you can just click on a module, any module, and all of your material is in here. Or let's just say, there it is. Now, the next place you will go is to your grade board. I'm not going to click on the grade board because it's only going to show mine, but I'm going to go do the student grade board so you can take a look at how the student grade board will look. So let's switch over to the student side. Give me just a second. So now this is how you will see it as the student side. So if you click on grades for the student, you're going to see everything laid out for you. They may not be in order, but you don't have to worry about that because you're going to be going through the class in order and the grades going to be populating in here. And you're going to see the grades. If you do it the right way, get your access key, come into D2L, put the access key into D2L. When you click on a link and the link take you to back to test out, you will see your grades populate in here. If you don't do it that way, we got to tweak it and fix the problem. So please take your time. I know you can do that for me. Okay, so this is going to show you all the material that you'll be going through in here, and here to show you the grades as you go through it. And this is the student portal. Now let's take a look at content from the student portal. Remember, you're going to come in and you're going to click on content from the student portal. If you see me sweating, just know I'm in the office. I've been working all day, even though it's a Sunday. But I'm looking out for you guys, so what? So like I say, in the student portal, I can click on here and it'll give me a breakdown of everything in here. As you can see, everything is in here, so it's for you. So we already had the discussion about the syllabi, review the syllabi. Of course, the syllabi is in here, right up here at the top, right there. You can see the syllabi. So even before you go get your access key, you'll be able to log into D2L tomorrow and go ahead and pull out your syllabi. Boom, you in. But then we talked about things inside of D2L and going to get your access key. Remember, in your syllabi, you have where you have to go to get your get your books and stuff, which is in test out. But if you click right here on this link right here, which is called Windows Server 1, you will see the information right here. I put the information right here, and all you have to do is click on that link. Just get the access key. Do not fill out the rest of the information. Come back to D2L with the access key, and it will go from there. Now, if you have a problem with that, if things are not working, please reach out to me. My information is in here. Just reach out to me. Now, let's talk a little bit about Windows and what Windows is all about. This class is built on a platform of 3 separate classes. You are in the first one. To become MCSA, which is Microsoft Certified System Associate, MCSA, right? To become that, and if I said it wrong, correct me. You know, I've been working all day and it's almost 10 o'clock. But to become that, you become MCSA as a server manager. You know, you got MCSA desktop and now you got MCSA server. In my next video log, I'm gonna break these things down so you can get a full understanding of why you need 3 classes. So this is one of the 3 classes. This is the class we call the installation class. But in my next video, I just want to get this video log out to you, because in my next video log, I'm gonna break that down and then we're gonna go into some labs. I'm gonna show you a unique way of how to do labs, and then we're gonna go through some actual knowledge of this particular thing. I am passionate about servers because you get a chance to get in there and show that you got really domination and control over these particular devices. And remember, the servers are what control all of the systems, the desktops, the laptops, and everything. So I'm gonna cut this video off right now because it's getting to be a little long, and I just wanted you to be able to get in here and do your do. Once again, this is Professor Sistrom, and I want you to make sure that you have a stellar time in this class. I'm gonna shrink some of these screens down so I can see my desktop. I'm gonna move, I don't know why I got this up. See, even I error. But this class here is gonna be unique and have some fun. Once again, I'm trying to click over to me, but I'll leave that alone. Review this really good and make sure